I just got this baseboard in and it's all caulked and the nail holes are filled, ready for paint. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video today. I want to go through and fill all the nail holes first. I use this wood filler. You can also use this dry deck stuff, some spackling. Wood filler works good. And you should do these twice. Often I just do it once, but twice is better, especially the big stuff. So you want to get this in and filled. You want to do this first so that you can sand everything and then get rid of the dust and caulk. You don't want to caulk when there's dust, and you don't want to have to clean this stuff off twice. Just waste time. And you also don't want to sand when there's caulking on there. It'll grab it and it'll make a mess of the caulking, whether it's dry or not. Okay, everything's sanded up. So we want to clean this thing up. You can brush it off with a paintbrush and vacuum it or vacuum it up. I'm going to vacuum it up. I'm going to use the Sherwin-Williams. It's a quick dry. Works really well. You can just use the Alex DAP stuff. It's a good product as well. You want to paint these. They will kind of discolor and the dirt will stick to them if you don't paint them. This one seems to stay whiter a little bit longer. This one seems to be really sticky and brown up, especially if you've had it frozen before. We'll use this stuff. I just have a regular caulking gun. I don't use the dripless ones. The dripless ones are good for this stuff, but when you put in like a glue like PL or something in a gun like that, it's a little bit hard on the wrists, and I don't like to carry around too many different caulking guns. These ones you just have to release after you're done, but you can go pretty far with a nice full trigger. You want to just cut the tip on a 45-degree angle and just small. Take off the little extra pieces if they stay on there. Not that it matters a whole lot. Anyways, that's good enough. Just a nice small, like not even an eighth, somewhere between an eighth and a 16th hole. Nice and small. When I'm doing this, I have a damp rag. And if you're doing a whole bunch, get a bucket out. You can keep rinsing off your rag, or if you're close to like a wash tub or something, that works. And start in the corner. See if I can get a better angle. So I usually start just outside of the corner because it's gonna squish out anyways. See, and then just work your way down. Oops. Clean up right away if you make a mess. Nice consistent bead. You don't want to go too thin because there won't be, it'll crack, and you don't want to go too thick because you'll make a big mess. So this is a bit of a bigger bead than I normally do. As you can see, I made a bit of a mess. I just take my rag, wipe it off. There. So that's a messy one. So let's try again and not make a mess. So we'll come out of this guy over here. Focus less on the camera and more on what I'm doing with the caulking gun. So once you see it squirt out, move away. Nice consistent bead. That's better. Dampen your finger on the rag. Work your way down. Again, that's a bit of a thicker bead. I cut my tube a little bit big. Then you can just work the extra into there. but it will shrink up a little bit. And like I said, you don't want to go so thin that there's no product in there because it will crack. So you need to have some thickness. Now for this, same thing. I'm not going to start right at the bottom. I'm going to lift it up a little bit and just fill in here. It's not going to get perfect. You can see the caulking still coming out. There we go. Release it. I always wipe the tip off. Make sure it's not dripping when I set it down. Work your way up. Kind of use the extra to wipe it in the corner. Wipe your finger off. Paint falling off the wall. There. Smushy. I went a little bit too slow. I will be painting these walls, so I'm not too concerned about it, but if you do get a little bit, just take your damp rag and your finger in it and just wipe off the excess. There we go. Clean my rag off. Turn the corner just out a little bit. And work your way down. This little thing at the bottom is you just take your knife, or if you have to clean anywhere off, take your knife or a putty knife, stick it in the damp rag, and just clean it up like that. If you're still having trouble, let's see, get that over here. Right, you're caulking, you're having trouble, and you're kind of all over the place, and just, you know, making a big mess. I try to put my caulking gun on a rag here in case it does drip, and another place to wipe. So anyways, if you're still having trouble, you try to tool it out, it still kind of looks crappy, and and you're like, oh, I keep trying, and I'll put more caulking on here, and it's still, oh, I made some more down here. All right, trying to get it all. Still looks like crap. And just use a sponge and wipe all that excess off. Then if you got a bucket, you go wring it all out and you do it all again or find a new corner. All right. this off. Wipe it off the baseboard. Get the hairs out of there. Ew. And that should do it. It's a little bit more time consuming, a little bit wasteful, but at least you get a nice finish. I'm gonna finish this up and we should be good. So that's it. Hopefully that helps you the next time you do some caulking. It's all ready for paint. I'll try and get you a video on painting the baseboard soon. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. You can hit that little bell so it'll notify every time there's a new video that comes out. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to see something else, put it in the comments below. See you soon.